friends. Today we're gonna do my everyday makeup routine. I did a video recently, I can't remember when, and I was like, I don't really have an everyday makeup routine. And then I was reflecting on that a little bit more, and I was like, oh, I actually do. I follow the same base steps. I just mix it up, mainly with blush, lips, and eyeshadow. So I still wanted to take you through my everyday routine and show you my most used products in each category, to give you a sense of what my everyday routine actually looks like and what my favorite products are. I've also got a bunch of new stuff recently, and by stuff I mean makeup, because what else am I buying? So I wanted to show you some new things that I got and take you through my thoughts on them as well. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this little ASMR video. I'm gonna start off by using some micellar water on my face. So I use this every morning. And I use this one from Bioderma. I used to use a cleanser of some kind in the morning, but I've stripped back my skincare routine quite a lot, and I've removed a lot of the products I used to use. My skin was getting really red and felt really dry all the time, so I think I messed up my skin barrier for a while there. So I stopped doing pretty much any skincare except for a moisturizer, a really, really simple cleanser, and sunblock for like a month, and that really fixed up my skin. And I slowly started introducing more products again, but I've been doing a thing called skin cycling. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but it's this like 4-day cycle thing where you do an exfoliant one night, a retinol or retinoid, and then moisturizer, or like recover, I think they call it. So I found that that's been working really well for my skin. And then during the day, well, in the morning I should say, I just keep it really simple. I've been using this CeraVe moisturizer for a very long time now. I used to spend more money on moisturizers, like buy more expensive ones, but I really don't think you need to. Moisturizers is one where I'm like, you can just get a drugstore, keep it basic. So I use this lotion during the day. It's like a little bit of a lighter formula. And then I have a thicker moisturizing cream that I use at night, because I like using a thicker cream at night. But I like this one. I also use, you can hear the birds in the morning here, this ordinary hyaluronic acid, just so I'm really hydrated. I've got another bottle around here somewhere. That's enough for today. this one. So that one and the ordinary hyaluronic acid are pretty much the only two like serums that I use in the morning. I feel like I used to use like more oils and toners and stuff, but yeah, as I said, I stripped it right back. I find like hydrating and having a good base is essential for my makeup to look good sitting on top of it. Sometimes I try and give my face a little bit of a massage as well. Wake it up a little bit. You know, when it just feels like puffy. I don't know whether it actually does anything. Just like swoosh it. I have a gua sha actually that I broke. I'll show you. I need to super glue it back together or something, but I did use that some mornings as well. Okay, that feels good. And then next I go in with sunblock. You always need so much more than you think. I think it's like 1 teaspoon or something, which is actually quite a lot. So I normally put it on the back of my hand and rub it in a few layers, because if I put it all on at once, I'll literally be rubbing it in my face for like 5 minutes. But I've been using that one from Mecca for a while, but I really like this sunblock formula. And it's SPF 50, which is essential in Australia. But I like this one underneath makeup as well. I think they designed it to be a good base underneath makeup. I like that it's like a nice thick cream. It's like another kind of moisturizing one. Oh. Dog hair. They get everywhere. This is a pretty accurate representation of my everyday routine that I will find one of my dog's hairs somewhere. I can't believe it is already November. Where's this year gone? I swear, it's gone so fast. I need to decide what I'm doing for Christmas later in the year. My partner and his family are going to Bali, and I don't think I really want to go on an international trip at the end of the year. Also because his sister is getting married next year in Zimbabwe, so I'll be going to that, so I really need to save. Because I think we need to be booking flights for that soon. And I'm so bad at saving, guys. Like, when you look at my makeup collection and stuff, just keep that in mind. Like, I am terrible at saving. So yeah, I don't think I'll go anywhere overseas, at least. I might go visit my family who live in Canberra. So I'm in Melbourne, and my parents and my brother and his fiance are in Canberra. I also really need to visit my nono who lives on the Gold Coast in Queensland. So, but I might do that in November rather than December. Go out for a weekend. Okay, next step is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and I use the shade number 3. I've been using this one bottle specifically for so long. Actually, this is a step that I used before. Where is it? Oh, this Rare Beauty Primer. And this is the Illuminating Primer. Oh, if I'm not using the Charlotte Tilbury, because the Charlotte Tilbury is more pinky toned, I'll use this one from Dior, which is the Universal Backstage Glow. And this one's a really nice gold colour, so it all depends what look I'm doing for the day. But generally I use the Charlotte Tilbury. And I do go in with a little bit of this Paula's Body Primer. I used to use the Touches Silk Canvas, and that e.l.f. one's a dupe before that. It's like a very similar texture, so, and obviously like a lot cheaper. So I'll just put this one, I'll just pat it into my T-zone. I need to get my nails done. I've still got my Halloween nails on. Okay, next I also use an eyeshadow primer. This one from Hourglass. That has almost run out, so I'll be looking for a new one if you have any recommendations. But I have very oily eyelids, so eyeshadow primer is a must. Even if I'm just wearing eyeliner and no eyeshadow, because if I'm wearing eyeliner it will absolutely crease. But this one's the best I've found so far, but I still feel like there could be better versions out there. Okay, next. I've been using this Rose Ink tinted serum. I love this stuff. I wasn't sure when I first got it because it's a really strange formula. It's like nothing I've got or ever seen before. It's got like little balls of pigment that burst when you're putting it into your skin, and it's really, really liquidy, which you'll see in a second. But I actually love it. It is super, super light coverage, so if you're looking for something like medium or full coverage, this is definitely not it. And I think it's got a lot of skincare ingredients in it. But I really like it. It just kind of evens out my skin tone a little bit and gives me that like your skin but better look. And I use the Rose Ink brush to just put it into my skin. It's so weird, I'm not sure. You can see the little balls there, and then they burst when you're brushing into your skin. The other one that I use frequently is the Fenty Skin Tint. That one's a lot more matte than I actually expected when I got it. But that one's a really nice one. If you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend it though. The other one I use is that M Cosmetics Daydream Cushion, which I really like. I think that was my go-to before I got this, and now I just use this. I was in the shade, where am I? 5 for that one. I had to go in to try that on because it was really hard to tell online what shade I was gonna be, which I just struggle with every time. Does anyone actually have any luck being able to find their shade online and just looking at websites? Because I just cannot do that. I find it so difficult to find my shade. I just got 2 new concealers and I spent so long in the shops with the shop assistants like trying to find my shade. I don't know what my undertones actually are, which I think makes it difficult. I got the Kosas Revealer Concealer, and the shade I got was 3.2, which is an olive undertone. This, I think, is actually a perfect match for me. I was trying on other shades on like 4, I think, but ended up going with this one, and it's perfect. So maybe I have an olive undertone. The other concealer that I got, where is it? Oh, here it is this one from R.E.M. Beauty. I've seen both of these like all over TikTok and a lot of like beauty gurus and stuff recommending them, so I was like, I'm interested, I need to get new concealers, so I ended up getting these two. So that is what I do for my base, and that's pretty much the same every day. Also, my eyebrows are the same, so I use this NYX eyebrow pencil. And I normally just fill in a little bit. I don't do like a really, I don't know, filled out brow. I'm not sure how you say it. Just kind of filling in where it's a bit patchy. I've used more expensive eyebrow pencils. I think before this I had that Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is honestly just as good, like, save your money. This is one thing I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on. Though I have heard the Kosas eyebrow pencil is really good, so I might actually try that next. Speaking of, I just got the Kosas brow gel. Yeah. So I've been using this one. I got this last week. Before this, I was using the Anastasia clear brow gel that I got a little sample of. I'll show you. This, it actually lasted me so long. If you follow me on TikTok, like, and watch my Get Ready With Me's there, like, every single one of them was using that brow gel. I was also using the Benefit one. But I don't think they've, again, I think brow gel is something I haven't really found my perfect product yet. But I do really like this one, and I like that it's tinted. And I really like the packaging as well. Okay. So next I always go in with a cream blush, and then I normally go in with a powder blush as well. I sometimes use bronzer, I sometimes don't. I'm going to use it today. I've just got this little contour. Actually, it's a contour, not a bronzer, but same, I use them interchangeably. And it's just one from Mecca. Sometimes I'll rub it here to warm it up a little bit. And then go in with a brush and just kind of stipple it on before rubbing it in. Some formulas I feel like are fine just to put straight on your face. Others I feel like it makes a really big difference when you blend it out, and how diffused it actually looks versus patchy. And I always put the bronzer, if I'm using it, or contour, whatever I'm using it, in my eye as well. Well, eye socket, not in my eye. are sold out everywhere. They are so pigmented, so you only need literally the tiniest dot. I also go in with a liquid highlighter as well, and I use this one in the shade Mesmerize from Rare Beauty. This is one that I use pretty much every single day. It is my favorite highlighter, so I'll just put a little dot there to blend out with the blush. Just put it there. Okay, I feel like I can go in with a little bit more. Definitely be careful with this one. So I've got 2 shades in that one, Happy and Joy. And I really like both of them. I'll probably pick up maybe 1 or 2 more shades. There's like 2 formulas with the Rare Beauty, like the dewy or the matte. I think this is the dewy. Okay, we are looking good. Next I go in with here's my eyeliner. Here it is. So I use this brown eyeliner from Julian Dempsey. I really like this one, and I just randomly I go in pretty messy with it. You don't have to be neat. I used to use a liquid eyeliner and do like a cat eye every day. Now I go in with a brown instead of a black and a pencil instead of a liquid, and use eyeshadow as well. I just think it's a softer look. It's also much easier to do. I don't know why, particularly for like more of a cat eye look. Like particularly when I was younger, it was like liquid is the only way. It's actually like more difficult to do it with liquid. Whereas it's much easier to kind of move around. So I use this spongy tip to blend out the brown, and normally just my nail to kind of put it in a point. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of the brown on my waterline, but only in that top corner there. Just like a little detail, but I think it just like adds a little bit more definition to my eyes. Where's that? Okay, normally now is when I go in with eyeshadow. Today I'm just gonna keep it really simple, and I've just got this one. This is from Colourpop, and it's just a sprinkle, a little magic. It's the Tinkerbell palette. Got some really cute green colours in there, so I'm just gonna go in with that one in the inner corner of my eye there. Just get this one. That's it. Just a fun pop of colour. Can you hear that music? I swear every time I'm recording a video, one of my neighbours is playing music. It's early in the morning as well. It's like 8:30, like big lol. Now is normally when I go in with a powdered blush. I did want to show you guys as well, so I showed you in a previous video that I got She's Blushing are my two favourites. This one because it's a really nice neutral colour, and She's Blushing is like the perfect shade that's in between an orange and a pink shade, so I'm just obsessed with them. I also think they look the nicest on my skin tone. But I pretty much always wear both a powder and a cream blush, so I love those because they come in together. But I like to mix and match as well. Like sometimes I do a more pinky blush and then a more orangey blush, so it can be really fun to play around with like two different tones. But yeah, I'll always do a cream blush that's kind of more there, and a powder blush that's kind of more up here. For the powder blush today, I'm going to go in with this one from M Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Magic Hour. These blushes are the best. I have them in like 5 shades. It's a really nice glowy formula, so I like to put it up here, and I always put it, as I said, like across my eye. Same with like bronzer. And this is like a NARS brush, so I either use that one or this one from Real Techniques. I really like for applying blush. And I put a little bit everywhere, so normally a little bit on my chin, across my nose, across my forehead. Blush is by far my favourite thing. Next, I always curl my eyelashes. This one is just from Kevin Aquan. What I always squeeze it twice. So one a little bit closer to the eyelashes, and one a little bit further away. I then go in with the mascara. I've got this one from Rare Beauty. The other day I did pick up this Lash Princess Essence mascara. I hated this. It did nothing for my eyelashes, so I might give it to one of my friends because I know some people like love it, other people hate it, so maybe it just doesn't work for my eyelashes. But I love this Rare Beauty one. It's a volumizing one. Wish I didn't realize how volumizing it was until I tried that Lash Princess one. But yeah, this is pretty much the only mascara I'm using at the moment. It is actually the only mascara I'm using at the moment. It's the only one that I have. And put a little bit of my bottom lashes as well. I always end up with mascara on my eyes as well, so I'll always be rubbing it off now. If I'm doing a more colourful eye makeup look, I'll always do my eyeshadow first and then go in with like concealer and foundation later. Because it was just a really simple look today, I obviously went in with eyeshadow later. What am I doing now? Let's do lips. So my favourite lip liner to use is this one from Rare Beauty, specifically in the shade Wise. I didn't used to use lip liners. I feel like it's only within the last few years I've started to use them, but they make such a big difference, I think. It's just starting to rain now. So I typically do lip liner and then a little bit of a gloss. And I'll always use my finger just to soften it out a little bit. I picked up 2 shades in this Mario Moisture Glow Pumping Lip Serum. This is in the shade Rose. It's like minty on your lips. I don't really think I noticed much of a lip plumping effect, but I like the way it looks. And this colour's pretty. And it feels kind of, yeah, nice and minty and tingly. But my everyday routine is normally just a lip liner and then a gloss of some kind. Normally that Wise shade, but I do have a few other lip liner shades that I love to use. also always add more liquid blush. I think because my highlighter's faded a little bit, I'm also going to go in with some more liquid highlighter as well. So I think the big shift in me doing my makeup came about when I started to sit and do my makeup. It sounds really weird. But yeah, I sit down at my desk, I get a cup of tea, I put a TV show on in the background, and I just sit there and do my makeup. And it's really relaxing and enjoyable for me to start my day. So yeah, I feel like when you're standing and doing it, or you're doing it in a rush, which I know not everyone has the time in the morning or at any point in their lives to take their time doing their makeup, but I feel like that really shifted doing makeup for me, where it became like a lot more of an enjoyable, relaxing thing that I do to start my day, to kind of express a bit of creativity, to have some fun with it. It's like a mindfulness exercise, like colouring in a colouring in book. When I started doing it that way, that had like a really big shift in my approach to my everyday makeup. I started having a lot more fun, kind of experimenting with different things and getting a lot more into makeup as well. I'm going to go in with more powder blush as well. It's a pretty accurate representation. I find going back in with blush after I've done the setting spray just like makes my skin feel like a little bit less flat. There's the brush. I always go in with this brush and put it underneath my eye. And by it, I mean whatever powder blush that I'm using. I think it just ties the whole look together really well. I think I'm also going to go in with and just add a bit more of the blush here as well. I have my bedazzled hairbrush. How fun is it? So give my hair a bit of a brush. It's kind of in this weird stage between haircuts at the moment, because I had really long hair and then I cut it all off and went really short, and now I'm kind of growing it out a little bit again. Kind of want it longer for both my brother's wedding and my partner's sister's wedding next year. Well, I think I want it longer. I can always chop it off if I'm like, actually I want my short hair back. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much my everyday makeup routine. I mean, not this exact makeup look, but those basic steps, and a lot of the products are the ones that I use every day. And yeah, a lot of it has just been developed by trial and error. Like, I obviously love watching makeup tutorials, like particularly anything done in ASMR. And I've just been like trialing and figuring out what works well for my face, what I actually like doing. So hopefully this has given you some new tips or some new things to try out on your new makeup routine. But all G, if not, I hope you still found this relaxing to watch. And yeah, I hope you're all doing wonderfully. Thank you so much for watching and for your support and all the lovely comments people are leaving. It means so much. But it's kind of a really funny thing because I watch ASMR because I'm really anxious. And I love making ASMR for all of you, but because I'm really anxious, it can make me really anxious putting out content. So all of the comments that you leave actually means so much, and it's really motivating for me to create more content. So you're all the best. I hope you all have a lovely, relaxing